Just wait up, put all your faith, and how will it grow? Gonna rise up, find my direction magnetically.
All right, this is Pro Paul. Pro Paul is the one that took me up Mount Rainier. Yeah, didn't get me killed.
That should not be on the schedule.
Because of him, we summited, and we left our friend Brad. His ashes up at 14,400 and how many feet?
410.
Yeah, 410 feet. Some say 13, some say 10. Anyway, how did you get, this is going to go out on mynorthwest.com. How did you get hoodwinked coming out on the Captain Keith's boat and doing some fishing? How did that happen?
Well, Captain Keith was on that climb too.
He was.
And we did a couple charity events.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, they were tough.
for whatever reason, I guess he liked
Big
me.
Appalachian boys, man.
And he offered me the job here, but you know, I think what he said is he's like, I really want to hire you. Now I know why.
Okay. So tell us what your first season was like, because last season people were pretty focused on Captain Phil and his two sons, them passing, so we didn't get to see a lot of you. But what was you came out the second part of the season, right?
Yeah, I came out for the OP season. And, I mean, it was nothing like I expected. Actually, I never saw the show before. I probably should have. I may not have taken the job. But you know, it's just one of those things. I mean, you can't describe it to somebody, you know, as far as like how cold and miserable and all that stuff is.
Now, come on, you're a mountain guide. You just went up, what, Mount McKinley this year?
Yeah.
Okay, and then also you're this guide for this amazing organization called RMI, and in fact, people that guide like him around the world. If you go with a guide up Everest, chances are you're going with someone that's been trained at some point by RMI, right? So you guys are the best and the baddest and the brightest. So how would you compare our climb up
Rainier
to fishing?
I would say it would be like doing the climb over and over and over for a month and a half.
Okay.
While somebody's behind you, spraying you with a hose and yelling at you. and someone's videotaping.
Really?
While it's happening.
All right. So it's that intense the whole time.
Oh yeah, it is.
For a month and a half. So why are you back? And actually now, for a lot of people that haven't seen the Deadliest Catch, you got fishing first for king crab, is that right?
He's less than a year.
And then you come back for the Pelio?
Right.
All right.
So we'll do
Little boy.
king crab starts on the 15th of October,
He's
and then
a nose guard.
be about a month and a half. So we'll be done probably before Thanksgiving,
A little
and
squatty,
then fly home for the
linebacker.
holidays.
Yeah.
And then OP season is like the first of the year.
All right, so the Wizard, which we're on right now, and last question for Pro Paul. I call him Pro. Last question for you. Why would you be doing this again? I mean, Captain Keith's an absolute idiot, and he had really bad gas when we were climbing Mount Rainier. Why would you go fishing with a guy for a month and a half when, believe me, I was with him for a couple days, and oh my gosh, the guy can eat beef jerky, if you know what I'm saying.
So I think it's actually like climbing. Like when you're climbing, you're like, why am I doing this?
Yeah.
This is miserable. And then like a week later, you're like, oh man, I want to go climb something else. And you forget about that part.
Okay.
Yes.
But I'm sure I'll remember.
And you haven't had this trip from leaving Seattle, because you flew in the second part of the season. Captain Keith won't tell you this, but the last guy that he's replaced was a bank robber. That's another story for another day. And they can't talk about that on Discovery, but we can talk about that on mynorthwest.com. So you haven't gone, like, taking this 8-10
I did
day
it
boat
coming
ride?
back.
Oh, you did? Okay. What is the boat ride like going up and going back? What's that like?
It's a lot of people telling you a lot of different things to do all at the same time.
Okay.
And really none of it's important.
All right.
It's like I'm scraping the corners with a knife or something stupid.
Right. So finally, the weather will be a little bit nicer the first part of the season, and then it just gets stupid with all that ice and.
I mean, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not only are you fishing, I mean, you're pounding the ice on a sledgehammer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's so ridiculous. He's back. How about that? Pro Paul living the life of a mountain guide, a mountain climber, and then he couldn't get. They call it the Deadliest Catch for a reason. People die.
The money must be good.
Anyway, Pro Paul, and watch on this season's Deadliest Catch, and you can check this video out at mynorthwest.com.